Нуждики.
Если свет в туалете выключается со звуком, значит в туалете кто-то есть. Что считается не очень приличным тоном. Это, например, когда вы, встретив беременную женщину, говорите ей «всем пизда». Настоящий интеллигент никогда не скажет «вашу мать». Он скажет «я вам в скажусь». Если чебурашку положить на асфальт и обвести мелом, то получится
Нуждики.
Если свет в туалете выключается со звуком, значит в туалете кто-то есть. Что считается не очень приличным тоном. Это, например, когда вы, встретив беременную женщину, говорите ей «всем пизда». Настоящий интеллигент никогда не скажет «вашу мать». Он скажет «я вам в скажусь». Если чебурашку положить на асфальт и обвести мелом, то получится
Нуждики.
Если свет в туалете выключается со звуком, значит в туалете кто-то есть. Что считается не очень приличным тоном. Это, например, когда вы, встретив беременную женщину, говорите ей «всем пизда». Настоящий интеллигент никогда не скажет «вашу мать». Он скажет «я вам в скажусь». Если чебурашку положить на асфальт и обвести мелом, то получится
Нуждики.
Если свет в туалете выключается со звуком
Let's see what they ban. I don't really know the players at all.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. What's up, my
Good.
man?
That's good. I see. I assume that the intro has already been done. So sorry for being late. I was busy tending to the wife. You know, things happen.
It's fine. It's fine.
But we are here today. This is going to be the Australia versus Russia match. Now, I mean, I see. Have you talked about these players in any capacity as of right now?
I don't know any of these players at all.
Oh, alright. I mean, alright then. I guess then I will take the reins and talk a bit about what competition is on the board today. On one hand, you have the top seed in this group, Russia seed 2, going up against Australia seed 20. Now, don't let the seeds fool you though. Don't let the seeds fool you, because Australia has actually been putting out some incredibly scary scores in this group stage, notably against their incredible upset win against the high seeded team Indonesia. In fact, getting a 5-0 very dominant victory against Indonesia in their match against them. So Australia is definitely a dark horse team in this group, Group D, being probably guaranteed qualification out of round of 16, and you know, the deciding match to see who gets out of this group.
I see.
Yep.
Well, this match is gonna be way more interesting than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, if Australia, the one thing that Australia has above any other country is their mental. Everybody on Team Australia loves everybody from Team Australia. They are a well-oiled machine, and they have the team synergy when it comes down to it. You know, I am personally pretty close with a few of the Australian players, so I know what these guys I personally know what these guys are up to in their you know, in their lobbies, in their practice lobbies, in their sessions. So very promising team from very high expectations going into this match for Team Australia, especially when it comes to, you know, showing the world what a mid seed is able to do against the face of the monoliths that are Russia. We are actually going to see the protects start to come in. We get a no more true protect from Australia, as well as a free mod protect from Russia.
These are some interesting protects.
I see. Would you like to tell us a bit about the bans that we have on the screen right now?
Sure. Well, first ban from Russia, I think Australia is DT free. One of them more interesting DTs. Typically, it's like a really weird DT freeze. They're like, yeah, like, let's see what that's Russia banned this time.
I believe Russia actually had the No 4 ban, which is pretty understandable.
Oh yeah, I didn't. No 4 is like a tech map.
Yeah, I mean, it is a tech map, but
not good. Yeah, some people are not good at tech maps, and probably, you know, if they ban No 4, they probably won't be doing any of the tech maps in this map pool.
Well, you say that, I see, but it's important to remember that this No Mod 4 is arguably one of the easiest maps in the pool. So if Russia wants to eliminate the RNG nature of the group stage, want to not give Australia any chance of initiating a coin flip, then I definitely think the No Mod 4 is a pretty solid ban, because it's also important to remember that Russia, being the seed 2 team, doesn't really have any noticeable weakness at the very end of the day. So going for this neutral No Mod 4 ban is really understandable for them. But we are going to have No Mod 3 first pick coming out from Rai Rai. This is gonna be Lab exclamation and featuring Nyota.
Oh, this is gonna be an interesting first pick. It's an ultimate.
Yep. This map is your standard low your standard low SR alt map. Map clocks in at a very slow 132 BPM, so it's going to put your low BPM streaming and low BPM tapping ability to the test.
Sure. Let's see who overstreams everything. Let's see who overtaps, who just can't play this.
That's right. It's interesting that Australia went for this first pick. It's not every day that you see a Nomad 3 first pick from coming from a team. Given how some players might be strong on Nomad 3, but Nomad 3 is one. If you're not ready for it, you'll definitely struggle.
It's either you're good at Nomad 3 or you're terrible at Nomad 3. There's no in between.
Yep, that's right. Some teasing in chat right now. For reference, everyone, Young Owl is actually on the same team as Arguilian, Bribery, and Spoonie for Equinox Cup. But the thing about that is that Young Owl never actually showed up for a match during Equinox Cup, and now it's sort of a meeting an old friend because Young Owl was on the Russian team here, and Arguilian, Bribery, and Spoonie are all just like putting a knife through his throat. But anyways, sorry.
Well, can you tell us about more of these players? Because I don't really know any of these.
Well, most of Russia is pretty well known, all things considered. We have Sunyak KD, Young Owl, and Topvex, and I believe someone's being covered. I think that's 25i on the side of Russia that's being covered by me right now. 25i, arguably one of the best, if not the, arguably one of the best tournaments in 6WC, being a very, outshining everybody on gimmick, but as well as being a overall very strong control and a well-rounded player overall. Young Owl, a strong act player, as well as Topex Vlad. Sanya KD, not I haven't seen them around, but I do know that on the side of control and these more unorthodox maps, they are definitely pretty capable.
Yes.
Oh, I see. That's really interesting. Oh, Young Owl breaks in like the very beginning.
Yep. On the side of Team Australia, we have Arguilian, Excite, Dub Swan, and Spoonie. The star player in this match is definitely going to be Spoonie, being probably Australia's trump card. But with that said, I mean, my expectations have been blown out of the water by Australia in the previous matches, given how strongly the 6WC newcomers Excite and Dub Swan are. Now, I see. Take it away with the match.
Well, Spani is so far the best act. Almost SS, I think they are like 200 so far. And the acts are pretty similar around the board. It's just the first one who breaks, usually from the moment when one team gains advantage. These acts are really similar. So there it's flipping back home. Oh, there goes Spani on the fire. And it's going back and forward, which is actually nice. So far, there's 3 FCs for both teams, but it's actually pretty good. Well, Act is probably a problem for Arguilian, but lowest active in the lobby, but as long as he keeps FCing and the other team starts to drop, they have a very high chance.
Yeah, that's right. As we get into the halfway point in the map, it's still 3 FCs to 3. Topex, Vlad, and Spoonie are basically matching each other when it comes to combo. And at this point in the map, ladies and gentlemen, it is still anybody's game. They see the break and they know what needs to be done.
For sure.
Spoony and Excite currently leading the pack with the highest accuracies in the lobby, but that can swing at any moment as this is where the nerves start to build in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the final third. A few slow sliders here and there. The calm before the storm. But ladies and gentlemen, we are at a 12k score difference. Getting into the final quarter of the map, it is a do or die moment for Australia right now. Is Russia going to immediately put Australia in a chokehold by winning a breakpoint on the first pick, or is Australia going to start this match off with a bang? The next miss will decide.
Sure. One miss and it's over for both teams. So it's looking like they're all three are gonna FC.
Am I muted?
You know, I don't think we are. Well, so
Going into the last ace of the map, ladies and gentlemen. Excite finally goes
Zai
down,
misses.
as well as
Dub
Dub
Swan
Swan
misses.
at the very end of the map. Young Owl, Sanyak, and
Yeah,
1 and 50,
and I
25
think
I are
that's
gonna
over.
hold on to the SCs, while Top X
And I
Vlad
think-
just having a monstrous supporting combo at 1067. Strong team score from
Oh,
Russia, and
that's
with that, that's going
that's
to
a
win the point for Russia. That early break point, that first map break
Early.
point, gonna immediately put their foot on the gas for Russia and earning. And and now the question is, how will Russia use this momentum to swing that score, early score in their favor?
but they're hopefully one gonna just lose it all immediately. Next pick. Oh, that DT2 pick. That's an interesting one, for sure.
Yeah, but a very close match to a very close map to open up the match.
For sure, for sure. If they didn't miss, it'll be actually extremely close. Time for DT2, which is really pretty. I think it's a common standard DT2.
Well, despite this map being pretty standard, it is pretty damn challenging when it comes to the finger control element. This map clocks in at around 200 BPM, so not the fastest of DT2s, but where this DT2 lacks in raw speed, it definitely makes up in the finger control element. And this map being one of the hardest maps in the pool, it's definitely clear to see why Russia wants to try to skill cap Australia with this DT2 pick.
For sure, that's a very good idea. Let's just see how Australia can play DT2. I think we can tell Russia's gonna be doing very well in DT2 for their own pick.
That's right. Despite the fact that this is Russia's pick, however, I'm actually pretty psyched to see how Australia performs on this, because I do know that they have their speed players. I mentioned before we have Spawny, but Excite has been really showing off on a lot of these tapping maps, and and at the end of the day, with the nature of low SR maps being mostly a coin flip, like we saw in the No Mod 3 prior. Despite the fact that this is Russia's pick, I definitely do think that there is a pretty solid chance for Australia to win this pick.
It just depends how well they do this time. Well, here we go into DT2. Well, Spani immediately breaks at the beginning, which doesn't really matter. Extremely early break.
And nothing much to comment about as this map starts off fairly standard, but when we get
For
into
sure.
the KIs, you're gonna see
I
the
s-
doubles, the triples start to come in, and with a break, now everybody gets to see their scores. It is still neck and neck between both teams.
Only like a 40k difference, and one miss for DT is typically a win.
That's right. As we get into the first KI of the map, these are where the doubles and the triples start to come in. Shimitori being the first one to go down on the side of Russia, and now that score lead is going to come to a screeching halt for Russia, and in fact gonna shift
it's
towards
going
the
back to
Australian
Australia.
side.
As long as none of the Australians miss, they can get a pretty good score lead.
Yeah, they're currently in the driver's seat to run away with it, as Agili and Bribery and Xi are all holding on to their FCs. Meanwhile, Shimitori is just lagging behind with trying to build their supporting combo up. This in spite of the similar 3-way FC from Russia. It's still 3-3, so there is still a chance, but Young Owl goes down, and that's gonna be absolutely huge for the Australian side. It is now 3 FCs, effectively 4 for Team Australia. Going into the second half of the map, they are looking very, very poised to take this point.
200 up to almost 200k score lead. And look at Sykes' act. Look at his act. Almost 99.
As IC mentioned as well, Excite, the clear star and the clear star in the show, the big bird of the flock, currently pulling through with 98% accuracy on this absolute demon of an act battle, and in very dominant fashion. I mean, we're drawing into the 1/4 part of the map. Shimitori has built up their supporting combo, but there's just not enough time against the absolute demon performance from Australia. That effective 4-way FC from Australia.
Even if they miss right now, I don't think Russia has enough time to even come back. Even if they all shit miss on a slider or something, there's no enough time to come back.
This is an absolute monstrous performance from Australia, and on Russia's pick no less. Right off the gates, ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of competition that you're expecting from this match. Australia and Russia both trading breakpoints at the very beginning, as well as Australia's monstrous 4.2 mil team score, having over 900k of score difference against Russia on their own pick no less. What a performance.
Well, this just made it way more interesting. Both break points from each other. And now we're back with Australia's pick.
Waiting for the next pick. Annie, are you there? Annie! Annie!
Is she alive?
Annie, it's time to commentate. You gotta commentate with me. Why? Oh well, I guess we'll never know.
We will never know the reason.
I guess we'll never know. Annie literally hates me. It's fine. It's fine.
It's all fine. It'll go well. Are they just prolonging the timer right now just to get...
Some stream issues, but we are back. That was good. Wow. Wow, Annie. How
back.
can you make mistakes? Annie, this is how can you make mistakes?
DT1 pick.
That's right, I
DT1?
see.
Right after
DT
DT2. Are they pushing their DTs? Are they pushing their DT abilities? After winning DT2?
They're probably looking to ride the momentum of the DT2 victory in order to sort of win this RNG coin flip map. I definitely think this DT2 is the easiest map in the pool. So you know, with that comes a very RNG, a very coin toss style map. And as well as you gotta account for the fact that this map is only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long, so it's really one blink, one miss, and you fumble.
All of a score goes half. Your score
Yes.
gets half to like miss once.
Yes, and that's why I definitely think this is a pretty understandable pick from Australia. But at the same time, you know, I can't help but feel a bit uneasy of Australia going for this pick because, you know, at the end of the day, it is still an RNG map, and you know, some part of me thinks that there perhaps is a better pick for Australia in this situation. But of course, Australia is really putting the heat on Russia, and you know, with that very dominantly on DT2, and with their mental is probably in the green zone in a very good spot right now. So going into this ag battle, they're probably looking to, you know, just ride that sail.
Boisz się, więc będzie tak. Słabe życie, słaba śmierć. Wszystko w twoich...
And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, with the MP timer gonna finally in, we should
Lecę, bo chcę. Lecę, bo życie jest złe.
see any roster changes coming in from Russia.
We're seeing the same Australian team for DT2. Other than,
Lecę, bo wciąż
I think Ride is going for DT1.
kocham cię.
They're still changing their team.
Yeah, nothing much to comment as we are still waiting for the players, but as the good luck have fun are coming in chat, we are probably gonna get off to the races very soon. Yeah, with the MP start 5 command, ladies and gentlemen, we are right in. This DT1 has 3 noticeable diff spikes where our players could potentially miss at. So
Ooh.
those are the areas of the map that you want to look out for when it comes to fishing for those breaks.
Other than that, it's gonna be an
Okay.
act battle until then.
Oh. Okay.
Trzeba zawsze.
Alright,
Lecę, bo zgubiłem się.
well, there's immediately act lead for the Russia team. Immediately act lead.
Czuję w sobie huci wiatr. Dobrze jest, bawimy się.
Top is right now assessing.
Zasięg zawierucha w nas.
Oh, but Private
Oh,
is the
no,
first one to go
right,
down,
right.
as well as Levy on that
Levy.
diff spike that I mentioned before.
Lecę, bo
And the Russia team is holding strong with an actual SF on their team.
kocham cię.
What is Top doing with that?
Bawi się.
I will not talk about this actually anymore.
Niewiele pamiętam. Upadam byle.
Levy again misses. This is not looking very good. Unless the Russian team at least miss at least a few more times, I think Australia's done for.
Lecę, bo chcę. Lecę, bo życie jest
Zyke misses, and like, I'm not gonna say anything, but I think it's already over.
And as I mentioned before, that it really is the nature of this DT1. One miss and your entire team score will be tanked. And despite
Especially in the bottom half of the map.
and you know, despite Argelian's best attempts to try to claw his way through, Russia is still holding strong with a 4-way FC coming to the last third of the map. And now the only question is, how far can they take this lead? Inventory does go down, so now it's just 3 FCs left in the lobby.
Are you sure Australia can throw back about 900k score leading like a quarter of the map?
Yeah, which is why now we're just looking to see how far Russia can take this lead on Australia.
I'm sure. Actually, is holding the best accuracy in the lobby, just to have anything good from Australia's score.
But as we come to the very end of the map,
Almost
Topic
1.3
surprisingly,
mil.
yeah, but surprisingly, Argelian and Topex are gonna get identical accuracies when it comes down to it.
Exact
Very, very cool stuff from both of these players.
Let's see, did they give the exact same score? I know it was like 600 score difference from both.
Yeah, but Russia pulling through that with that insane 4.3 mil, and at this point they're really, both teams really just picking for each other as we are just going back and forth with these breakpoints. And you know, when these teams pull off their breakpoints, they pull it off very, very convincingly, which is what I find kind of funny. I mean, at this point, Russia is currently a point up on Australia, and you know, they're probably looking to initiate with one of their protects maybe in order to try to secure that lead on Australia.
Secure that 2-point lead in case they lose to a weird pick. Oh, it's gotta be looking into the future. Or is it gonna be just a breakpoint battle? One team wins the other team's pick until tiebreaker.
Niewiele pamiętam, fala i raj.
Hidden one. A hidden pick.
That's right, hidden one pick coming in from Australia. Pretty interesting. Once again, Australia now. Oh wait, no, this is Russia. Yeah, okay, yeah. In similar vein to the DT2, hidden one is also one of the more difficult maps in the pool. So again, Russia looking to use the same strat that they did, where they tried to seal cap Australia with these more difficult maps. But as we saw last time, Australia
really gonna work again. It's really gonna work. They lost DT2. It's the same mindset.
Yeah, which is why I think that it's rather interesting that Russia is going to once again go for this strategy. But as the highest seeded team, you kind of have to be confident in yourself that you're able to outshine your opponents when it comes to these maps. So
For sure.
you can only just wait and see.
The Russian team's not changing much. Hasn't been the same 3 players for like the last 3 maps. Here we go into hidden one. Territory mysticism at the beginning. That would really won't matter unless Australia 4 waves. Jeez. Well, there go top swarm missing out. It's not a slider or something. And the score is going back to Russia. Top swarm misses again and spawning misses. So that's going to be a very early lead for the Russian team, for sure. Let's see how far they can build it, that score lead up before one of their team players misses. Diagonus isn't traded top. There's still 3 actual FCs on the Russian team versus only 1 with like. So there's none left for the Australian team of the best combo with Bunny, and I don't think he can catch up with the 2 FCs still on the board for Russia. This is gonna be a very convincing. This is gonna be a very convincing win for the Russian team. Two-way, no, one-way FC with Shimotori missing at the very beginning.
Yeah, but clearly a very good pick for Russia this time, and
Sure.
unlike their last pick, this is actually going to create a 2-point lead against Australia and really put Australia in a tough place. In the early sections of this map, they are currently up 3-1, and we are getting into the
They can-
second ban phase. So, what do
can
you
open
think?
that.
What do you think Australia and Russia will be banning during the second ban phase? I see.
Well, probably like Australian beat them on like a tapping map, maybe something tapping, maybe like number 2. No, number 2 is protected. Well, I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Maybe we see Russia go for. Maybe I'm kind of expecting Russia to go for Harrod, and we do see a Harrod 1 ban coming in from Russia. The Harrod 1 is rather awkward map when it comes down to it. So yeah, Russia probably not looking to touch any of that anytime soon. Meanwhile, on the side of Team Australia, I definitely see a hidden 2 ban in the realm of possibility. I mean, Russia did ban Fremont 2, and they did lose on the hidden 1. So a hidden 2 ban is definitely not out of the question.
So they're having a very quick think about what to ban next, which is understandable for being 2 down. They really have to think about what they have to ban next.
That said, Australia is really, as I see mentioned, Australia really taking their time with this one. But
Sure, I think it's understandable. 2 down.
yeah, but hopefully
They really,
we
we actually see the next ban within the next 10 seconds.
yeah. With the timer basically running out, and
Oh, yeah,
we
the hidden
we
2.
do see the hidden 2 ban come up from Australia, understandably so, as I predicted. And now,
Well, they
ladies
can
and
do-
gentlemen, we are in Australia's next pick. Now I think is definitely the best time to use their protect at this point, because it's important to remember,
sure.
if they lose this, suddenly Russia goes the match point on in addition to also having their own protect on the board. So I think we're definitely going to see No Mod 2 from Australia coming in right now.
For sure. They have to curl their way back up. They can risk being on match point.
That's right, especially with that incredibly scary threat of Australia
Fremont
just being
2.
able to end it all right then and there with the Fremont 2.
They just can't let the Russian team get the match point at all.
Yeah, but that said, with the players in the lobby,
We're still waiting for their pick.
Alright,
Nomad
and
2.
it's gonna be Nomad 2 from Australia. As we predicted, this Nomad 2 is a rather high BPM Nomad 2. In fact, it
Let's
beats out the
see.
Quals. In fact, it beats out the BPM of the Quals Nomad 2 by about 20 to 15 BPM, clocking it at a rather fast 190. Where, because of the increased BPM, of course, however, the streams on this map are definitely less stamina intensive, but that's made up for with, as I mentioned before, the higher BPM. This No More 2 mostly
Yeah.
is gonna be rather consistency focused. Not the longest map in the pool, an average length map of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But this being one of the most popular maps in the group stage, I believe these players, as we are in the last day of group, definitely have a lot of experience playing these maps in match. So with the good luck, have fun coming in. Let's get into the
The
match.
team is going to German to prepare for number 2. Well, I'll see the same players we've seen all around the last 2 or 3 matches. Has their teams ever even changed so far? Over like 1 to 2 players for like one map.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of Top X Vlad and Spawny and
Spawny.
Xi and Argulian in this match. But
And
we're gonna
Duck's one
see
was
Young
for most of them.
and we're gonna see Young Owl and 25i sub in for the Russian team. Understandably so, Young Owl is known to be one of those players who can consistently put up very, very strong scores on tapping maps. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, introducing this No Mod 2 is going to be Are We Floating in Space by Blob Dash. This is a phenomenal No Mod 2. In fact, it's a perennial custom map. It's a lower diff of a perennial custom song, specially mapped by Devious Panda. It's very great to see, you know, some of these mappers mapping lower diffs of these amazing songs from the open rank ranges. Let us shit the 6 digits play them. You love to see it. But anyways, away from the map and back to the match. To start, it's really just flickering left and right as you know both teams have their high act anchors. Nothing much to say until we see the first
Gillian is
break.
assessing so far.
Yep. Nothing much to mention. This map comes at you hard and it comes at you fast because you know this map constantly tests your BPM. You know, a few long breaks in the middle, quite a bit of empty space when all things considered. But at the end of the
Russian
day,
team have really good accuracies for 25i, Sanic, and Owl. They're both having the same very high accuracies.
yeah, and that high accuracy is.
The only reason their game is squirrely is because of accuracies.
That's right, but with both teams at a standstill, with Russia only having a slightly higher accuracy than Team Australia, it really just boils
one miss
down
can
to
still
the
change
first
all.
miss.
One miss can for sure change everything.
Oh, and as you mentioned before,
Oh, no.
as you were saying, Argilian goes down as we were talking about the miss, and that score lead is going to shift in heavy favor of Russia as they are still holding strong with. As they're still holding strong with a 4-way FC, they see the scores, and you know if Australia wants to have any chance of bringing it back, they need to see a few misses from Australia come in now before it's too late. As we get to the last quarter of the map, it's still not too late, but that requires Russia to go down right now, and I don't think we're gonna see that just based off how strong and how comfortable the Russian team has been showing themselves in this map.
Russia has so far the best accuracies and the combo lead. And like a 500k score lead, I don't think even if they all miss, it's over. Swarm misses Ryabi and that just salutes the Russian team to match point.
Yep, and at this point, Australia is seriously in between a rock and a hard place as now they are on match point with Russia's Protect still in play. That free mod 2 pick is looming over the Russian team and it's going to come out right now.
The Australian team has to have a major pop-off for the next 3 maps. Oh yeah, we're seeing some complaints for the Australian team.
I'm pretty sure they're all Australian. I'm pretty sure they're all Australian. You know, if there's one thing that Australians hate, it's each other. So it's
Didn't you earlier say
understand.
they love their team loves each other and they have a good mental? Now you're saying they all hate each other.
Oh yeah, of course. It's 100% because they hate each other that they have such strong teams. But you know, people can only work together and unite under a shared idea. And hating each other is most definitely a shared idea that unites the Australian
sure.
teams. You go into one of their team VCs and you immediately hear each other you hear them beating each other up.
Beating ever up.
They're either
Well,
one.
we're seeing a major, I think, change up in the Russian team. Hopefully, I don't know. Well, 25i just migrated over to the Australian team.
Yep, that's right. As I was
We're seeing the team we've seen the most.
Yep. Gonna see some as IC mentioned. Probably gonna shuffle the players around. But it's really do or die for Australia right now. They have a very uphill battle to fight, having to face up against Russia's protect pick being free mod 2. I definitely know that Russia is capable of playing this map. I definitely do not think that they're oh my goodness, I dropped my mic. I definitely do not think that they're a weak team when it comes to free mod 2, but when you have such strong players on Russia, you know, you have Young Owl on Hard Rock, 25i and Topexad on Hidden, and Sanyak just being an overall very strong control player. When you have these specialists and modded anchors from Russia, it really does seem this challenge really does seem insurmountable for Australia. But you know, Australia has proved us wrong time and time again, especially the Indonesia victory. So if there was ever a team to prove me, if there was ever a team to prove me wrong, it would definitely be Team Australia.
It's never over until it's actually over. And we're starting going right into free mod 2.
This free mod 2 is pretty damn reading intensive, make it kind of supplementing the lack of reading that HB2 failed to provide.
Sure.
So on the hidden and the no mods, it's definitely going to be more of a challenge on the reading side, which is actually why, you know, we see a lot more players opting to go hard rock as opposed to hidden as their third mod. But yeah, we are off to
Rai is not looking. Rai is not looking very good in the accuracy department so far.
That's right, but it's still
As long as they combo game is all it takes.
I mean, but it's still too late to say. It's still too early to say anything. This map starts off pretty slowly,
Slow.
but you know, in the KIs, we see a lot of space patterns. Spoonie being the first one to drop, and that's
Spoonie
definitely
misses.
not going to be great for Australia.
That's not a very good thing. They really can't afford to miss. They really can't.
Yeah, and that's not going to be good. As
Rai misses.
Of course,
Rai
there's going to be. But of course, there's going to be a lot of runway for this map. This map clocks in at a relatively long 3 minutes 30. So, you know, it's still not too late, you know, for a comeback to be in play.
Yeah, I
but
know.
just if the early stages of the map meant anything, it's clear to see that Russia is a lot more confident going into this free mod 2.
Especially with the accuracies. At least with the hard rock ones.
Yep, those hard rock accuracies are really dominant in this map. This map it definitely isn't the easiest map to act when it comes down to it. But you know, clearly players like Young Owl, players like Young Owl are just all too comfortable on this kind of map. I also like to shout out Exide, in fact, Exide and Argy Leon for both holding very strong accuracies, but see the hard rocks are really struggling on the side of Team Australia, and that's really not what you want.
Yeah,
Topexad does go down on the hard rock for Russia though, and that's gonna be good progress, but it'll probably take more than one break for Australia to bring this back. The Exide and Argy Leon are trying their best to hold it together right now, but against the three-way FC of Russia, what can you really do?
Especially with the accuracies being so different. It's all about the top misses again.
Yep, compact threat, finding
the score lead's
continuing to
still
find misses.
increasing.
But unless we see some misses come out from Young RO25i and Sanya KD, that the window of opportunity for
Nice.
Australia is becoming
They
more
need
and
to
more
miss
slim.
Nice.
And
They need
with
to miss
Ryrie,
right
with
now.
Ryrie finding a miss, that's basically gonna seal the deal as we come to the very end of the map. And with
And
that,
that's-
ladies and gentlemen, Russia will be taking this group stage match and I believe clinching first place in their group. Australia, I believe, clinching a not so close second place, but a very solid qualifications out of the group stage nonetheless. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Russia is going to beat out Australia in very dominating fashion, in not too much of a dominant fashion of 5-1, but you know
I
the
mean, this was
performance
just
from the
attacked.
the performance
I mean,
from the
this was-
Russian team was nothing short of exceptional. Definitely what we expected going into this match from the Russian team. But I think Team Australia can be infinitely as proud as they are for the performance that they put off, not only in this match, but across the entirety of the group stage. So I'm really looking forward to see how the underdogs Australia perform in moving forward in the bracket stage. And of course, Russia, the big bird in the sky, one of if not the strongest team in 6WC. Your clear winners of this match. And you know, I believe everybody is looking to see how much Russia can bring this through and
Dominate.
how far they can take this 6WC. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Gamley. We actually have a bunch of matches lined up moving forward. I believe we have a whole host of matches in about half an hour, with matches like the Singapore versus South Korea, which is the one that I'm playing with, amongst 4 others if I'm not wrong. So do stay tuned for that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, huge thanks to Wilwam on the ref. It's very, very good to see. I believe he's reffing, in fact, in a cafe right now, which is pretty damn funny when you think about it. As well as Annie for being our lovely streamer for the stream, as well as IC for being my. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Gamney. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next stream. This has been 6WC, and I am signing out. Goodbye.